What's up? This is your man Fashawn, aka the letter F, in full effect, and you rocking with BLUNTIQ magazine. Keep it locked, you bastards. I think the fans out here on this side of the water, I think that they're more. I don't know. I think they're more concerned with like the exterior of a rapper. Like what he's wearing, what he's how he looks, how he carries himself. But out there in Europe, um, that audience is more like what resonates with them is more of the the intellect and the lyrical ability and the actual your actual ability to connect with them mentally. You know what I mean? That's more of the fuel over there that fuels that flame over there. But over here, it's more like what you driving, what your girl look like, what your baby mom look like, or blah blah blah. It's like, yo, have you heard my records? They're amazing. It's like over here you have to really convince people. Out there it's like, if you got it, you got it. And they gonna continuously bring you back. Like I've been to Europe like 7 times. You know what I'm saying? And I've only put out one album. So that should let you know. I guess to live how I wanna live, live how whatever like my heart tells me to do, whatever it tells me to do, I can do it. I'm not confined to anything. I'm living on my own terms. And I'd rather that than to be, rich and miserable. You know what I'm saying? Rich and like locked in a hella contracts with endorsement deals and blah blah blah, and like that whole hoopla, that life. I'd rather just wake up and smoke a joint if I want to, have sex if I want to, eat pork if I want to, even though I don't eat pork, but if I wanted to. Things like that. Like I just want to live on my own terms, ultimately. Other than that, yeah, it's fine. Or for lack of better words, I just want to do what the fuck I want to do. Yeah. The critics and my fans really gravitated towards that album, and and they really kind of like held it as a classic and something that was just like incredible. And I didn't understand that at first. But I think now I'm kind of I'm kind of seeing what everyone else sees in me. Kind of. I didn't see it at the beginning, but now I'm kind of seeing in myself what everyone else sees in me. And so now my goals for myself are much bigger. Like opposed to my goals on the first album, I just wanted to be heard. I just wanted to be accepted in the culture. I just wanted to have a chance to be able to say like, yo, I'm a part of this culture of hip hop. And but now I feel like I am a part of this culture of hip hop, and now my ambitions are much larger and I just want to be not just great, but one of the greatest. Yeah. Or the greatest. That's my goal. Yeah. Still skating the record shops. Still skating the weed shops. Still skating the taco shops, taco trucks. Skating everywhere. I don't have a license, so I have to work on that. So until then, yeah, I'll be skating everywhere. I don't use apps at all. I just I'll use the notes on my BlackBerry or the notes on my iPhone, and if not that, I'll just I won't write it all. That's kind of been the thing I've been on for the past since champagne and styrofoam cups. I just kind of like go in there and just say whatever the fuck I want to say, without no pencil, no pad, no phone, or nothing. Because well, people would text me during my rhyme. Like I'd be trying to spit my rhyme and people would text me, so I would have to turn it off to airplane mode or something, and that sucks. So I just eventually was like, you know what, just leave the phones out there and I'm just gonna go in there and say what I say, no interruptions. I don't need no calls, no texts, I don't need no paper, no nothing. I just want to talk to my people because these are my people. They're not just my fans anymore. For me, it was like, yo, I can talk to them about anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to like really. It's not rocket science to me anymore, like it used to be. It's like, yo, it's just communication. It's just like how we talking now. So, yeah. Well, I don't think that it's important just to, incorporate that just in the music. I feel like it's important to incorporate that in every facet of your life, Whether working hard at a construction site or you're a fashion designer or you're working at Taco Bell. It's like you have to put thought and, effort and concentration into everything you do. So I just took that lesson I learned I picked up as a youth and applied it to everything that's in my life now. So, and one of them things happened to be musica. I just want to influence them to rhyme for themselves and not rhyme for anyone else, Because when I was coming up, I used to write raps for a lot, like just to get the oohs and the ahs from the crowd. Like, yo, I'm gonna say this, and I guarantee you, like when I hit the cipher with this rhyme, people gonna be like, ah, and it could be the most violent rhyme, it could be the most fake thing ever. Like, yo, I come through your block and waste 20 people. It's like, yo, you're not really killing people. Like, just keep it real, kid. Just be yourself. So that's, I guess, a small little instillment that I would like to instill in the next generation. Just to be honest and to be raw with it. Don't, come from left field with it. Don't do what these other MCs have done. Be brave. Do something no one else has done. It was fun. Collabing with J. Cole was fun. Um, both from the Fayetteville, Fresno. That makes sense to me. Um, yeah, and yeah, we came up in the same era, just two cats from out of town, and we just happened to link up in New York, and I happened to put out an album out in 2009 called Boy Meets World, and he was a fan of that, and he put out the warm up around the same year, and I was, you know, and the respect and the admiration was mutual. So when I landed in New York, um, around the same time he had just got signed to Jay-Z. He invited me out to the studio via Twitter, and yeah, it was natural. We just kicked it and just vibed out. Just talked about where I was from, where he was from, and yeah. And Relaxation, the record called Relaxation, was birthed out of that whole experience. And yeah, two out of town guys in the middle of New York, in the mecca of hip hop. Yeah, with that mutual respect, and admiration. And then maybe a year later, or less than a year later, I ran into him at the photo shoot for the XXL Freshmen 2010. And yeah, next year, 2019, next year, I ran into him at the freshman photo shoot, and wasn't surprised because I knew he was talented, and I knew he had a future in this game, but they didn't tell anybody who else was gonna be at the photo shoot. They just like, yo, you're inducted into this class, so you come. They didn't have a list like you. Also, these guys. It was like you come. So I came into they're oblivious to who else I would find, and this story goes on a long time. I'm sorry, but so I came in there oblivious to who I would find. So I found first guy I ran into was Wiz Khalifa. Second guy is like Pill, OJ the Juice Man, all these guys. I run into J Rock, and then I run into Kendrick Lamar, right? And then I run into Kendrick Lamar, and J Cole didn't get there yet. J Cole was late. He's like coming from London or some shit, whatever Jay had him doing. He coming from somewhere, so he's late. And Kendrick Lamar is there, like, I'll take J. Cole's place. You know what I'm saying? He's not here. I'll take his place. And they just looking at him like, whatever. It would be like, yo, who would have thought, man? Like, a few years later, that kid would be, like, to surpass all of that. You know what I'm saying? And But yeah, I met Kendrick Lamar the second time I met up with Cole. I met Kendrick Lamar for the first time, and yeah, that's the perfect segue into the New West segment. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, that was and I was like, yo, this nigga. I'm like, yo, remember me? He's like, this nigga, what you doing here? He's taller than me too. He's like, this nigga. So it's like a fucking giant shaking my hand. This nigga Cole. Yeah, I'm a short nigga, so anyway. But yeah, we recognize each other, and before we know it, we making history, on the cover of Double XL. And that was the second time we got to make history. The first time was with Relaxation, and the second time was with them. And then we got to do work further down, but yeah.
Are you guys working together anytime soon?
I don't know. I haven't bumped into him in a while. Last time I actually saw him was on the album release day of his the Sideline Story, his first album. That was the last time I saw him at the Nokia Center in LA. I ain't seen him since. And but yeah, chances are we'll work together again. Yeah. I will sell out. I will sell out venues. I will sell out record stores. I will sell out my merchandise. I will sell out a lot of things, but I never sell out my soul. I never sell out my individuality, my reality. I never sell that. But yeah, I sell out some tickets. I'll sell out some records. Other than that, nah, never sell out. I don't know. I think after that, they kind of looked at me in a different light. They looked at me like, yo, he's not just some guy who could, write good lyrics. He's someone who we can see on stage, someone who we can see on the cover of a magazine, someone we can see potentially on MTV, BET, and my life has changed immensely just since that's happened. People recognize me everywhere I go. Well, basically, my team and Nas's team has been in cahoots for like the past year or so, trying to get me to put my ink on a certain piece of paper, and it hasn't happened yet. But so Nas is the owner of a label. I can't say which label yet, but Nas is the owner of a label, and he wants one of his first artists to be me. And so our teams are going back and forth. He's on tour with Hennessy. He's doing like just so much thing. Life is Good album. He's just touring. I'm doing my thing. Champagne Styrofoam Cup, blah, blah, blah. So we never got the chance to actually link in the midst of all these talks going on. So Nas was like, you know what? I'm going to fly this kid out to South by Southwest, personally. I'll pay for his ticket, because I didn't plan on going. I didn't plan on going to South by Southwest. I still don't have a release date for the ecology, so I thought it would be kind of stupid for me to go out there and just promote something that might not come out, or who knows, because we don't have a release date. I just don't want to go out there and just like, yeah, here my new records, guys. I don't know when they're coming out, but I hope you like them. So I didn't want to go out there, purposeless. But I couldn't say no to Nas. Couldn't say no to Nas. He was like, I'll buy a ticket, come out, let's shake hands, let's meet. And that was basically it. I only went there to really shake hands with him and look him face to face, and that was really it. And he decided to pull me on stage, not once but twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go on stage and do Fuck the Whole World off my new album. That might not come out, who knows, but whatever. Got to do Fuck the Whole World and If I Ruled the World, a song that's embedded in my memory forever, just since the 90s, and I was honored, it was cool. But yeah, that's why it happened, that's how it happened. And well, shit, I don't roll blunts, but I used to roll blunts, and when I did, the fastest I rolled blunts were like before a 16 bar verse was over. That's like less than 40 seconds. Cause the 16 bar verse is only 40 seconds. So before the nigga Nas's verse is over, I'm already sparking that shit. You know what I mean? And it's especially if you got a grinder. You don't got to sit there and break the weed down and just put it all together. Yeah. This is Fashawn, the letter F, aka El Chapo. Album coming soon. Your baby mother coming sooner. Yeah, man. Barry Gang till I die. The cemetery is still waiting on me. I'm on my way. Yeah. Peace and love to everyone. And yeah, bucket low. Fuck it though. I'm out. Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yay, we finished.